Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day so far. If you are new here then welcome. My name is Millie. I make videos just like this all the time. I'm always testing out new makeup products, coming up with different looks, doing wear tests, all of that good stuff. So if you're into that sort of content, I would love it if you would subscribe down below. But today we're just doing a fresh sort of spring kind of a look. My main inspiration for this look is these two products here. So these are the Profusion Bright Lights Pastel Liners. I have the shades Lavender and Mint, and that's what those are looking like. Trying to stop it reflecting off my ring light there. That's what those colours look like. I absolutely love Profusion's liquid liner, the black one, so I was desperate to get my hands on these. I treated myself, got both of them, and they're still like completely in their packaging and everything, so that's what part of the video is going to be. I'm also thinking of the sort of look that I want to do, and I'm wanting to use the Beauty Bay Pastels palette because I haven't used this since last summer and it's incredible. So what I'm thinking in my head, here's what I'm hoping the end of this video will look like, is like mint eyeshadow on the lid going into a purple, and then the opposite with the liquid liners. That's my idea. Let's see if we get there. I'm going to start with the base, however, because I don't feel like there's going to be a lot of fallout, so I can start with the base. Going in first with the Collection Gorgeous Glow Filter Finish Primer and Illuminator. I haven't used this in the longest time and I could not tell you why, because I absolutely love it. But I'm just going to use this on the high points. I am also going to use this at the end to highlight, like use as my actual highlighter rather than an illuminator under the foundation. But I just want to swipe a little bit on there and then get my brush and blend this in. So this is going to be like very soft skin, very summer, spring summer sort of feelings, whilst wearing a big jumper because it's actually still freezing, but I'm praying for summer. I'm hoping it won't be too long until it's just a little bit warmer. Not too warm, but just a little bit warmer. I'm just going to clip my hair back before I go in with the foundation, because you can guarantee that I'm going to get foundation all up in my hair. So the foundation that I'm using is the Barry M Fresh Face Foundation. I absolutely love this in summer when I need a little bit less coverage and I want something really, really nice and hydrating. This is a really, really great one. It's the lowest coverage foundation that I own. Like, it's more of like a tinted moisturiser sort of feel, but I absolutely love it. So I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use a sponge to blend it out again, just for another level of hydration. So I'll just work some into the sponge off the back of my hand, and I basically just want to like knock back this redness a tiny little bit. I don't really want any sort of coverage, but just hiding the redness a little bit. So that's the foundation on. You can see it's just sort of smooth things out a tiny little bit, given a tiny little bit of coverage, but more than anything it's just knocked back that redness, and it's left my skin feeling really nice and hydrated. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. This is the Revolution IRL Filter Finish. I wear the foundation, by the way, in the shade 2, and the concealer is in C3, so I'm just going to put just a little bit right in to the inner corners where I need most of the coverage, and then we will reassess and see if I want it anywhere else as well. I'm going to use a brush to blend this out, and then I will tap over it with my sponge just to make sure it's really nice and blended. I don't want anything too like heavy on the skin, so just a really light amount, really, really nicely blended out, like so. I'm just going to take a little bit of that concealer and put some onto the back of my hand and go back in with the sponge, just sort of over the centre of the face here, just to help cover over that redness a little bit more. And I will also, whilst I'm here, blend over the eyes and the concealer that I put on there. This is also a little step lighter than my skin tone, so it works well to like highlight on the centre. And then once all of that is blended out, I'm going to just set it very, very lightly. So I'm taking a big fluffy brush into the e.l.f. Camo CC powder foundation, and I'm just going to use a really small amount of this just all over the face. Again, just to add a tiny little bit more coverage, set this down. I absolutely love doing that with this foundation, powder foundation specifically. I think it works absolutely beautifully. And the actual foundation, the Barry M one, is so nice and hydrating that I feel like this over the top adds a little bit more coverage, but also like sets it down nicely, if that makes sense. But I'm just taking a really, really small amount on a fluffy brush rather than using something like the Real Technique setting brush and just being really like specific with it and perhaps laying on a little bit more. I like to use a big fluffy one all over the face, really, really blend it out, use the tiniest little amount, and it still makes it look really nice and like natural and dewy, but it just gives me the reassurance that this makeup is going to last really nicely as well. So going in with bronzer, I'm using the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette, just using this bronzery shade, and I will just warm up the face with this. Even though this says it's a contour powder, it's very, very warm. Well, not very, very warm, but it is definitely warm on my skin tone. So just buffing a little bit of this in all the usual places. So for blush, I'm going in with both of the shades out of this duo. So this is the Beauty Crop Stargazing Blush Duo in Orion Glow. And I absolutely love both of these colours mixed together. Just taking my brush, swirling into the both of them, and then tapping very lightly over the cheeks. And these are really, really nice and glowy, but I just love these two colours mixed together. I think they look beautiful. And also, like, the pans are too small for my massive brush to get into just one of the shades, so swirl into both. Just look how beautiful and glowy those blushes are. They're absolutely beautiful. I love them, and I do actually like bringing this colour a little bit further down as well, so you get that glow, summery glow, more like all over the skin. I don't know, I've just really, really been enjoying these blushes recently. I've always been a fan of a shimmery blush, but this one in particular, I don't know, there's just something about it. So I'll quickly just do my brows first. Actually, I'm using the Relove Power Brow in brown and the e.l.f. Wow Brow in dark brown, deep brown. So I'll go off and do that. Okay, so brows are on, and I'm quickly just going to get into the liquid liners and swatch these, because I don't actually know what the colours like look like in real life. Obviously there's like pictures on the front, but it may not look like that in real life. So I'm just going to get into these. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's such a lovely like design, if that makes sense. Like the corners are like cornered off, and I don't know, I just think they look really, really lovely, and obviously the colours are incredible. So let's see. So that is what the applicator looks like. It said on the outside that it was a felt tip applicator, but I'm fairly certain, yeah, that's a brush tip. That is 100% a brush tip. So I don't know why it says that it's a felt tip on the packaging. Well, I'm fairly certain it says that. Oh, it says fine tip applicator. An easy glide formula will allow you to draw precise lines and transform your look from basic to bright in just one swipe. Universally flattering and perfect for everyone from beginners to pros. I would agree with that with the other one that I used, the black one. It's so easy. It's like a really fine little brush tip. I absolutely love it. So let's see what these colours look like, shall we? Wow, they are so pigmented. I mean, that pastel lavender shade is sort of very close to my skin tone. I feel like I can see that more in real life than I can on camera. But that mint shade, oh my gosh, I absolutely love that. So I will see how this like dries down, and I will just do the shadow first. So like I say, I'm going in with the Beauty Bay Pastels palette, and I think I'm going to do the green on the inner corner and the purple on the outer corner for the liner. So I'll do the opposite with the shadow. So I will go in with the shade Daydream on the bottom corner, that one on the inner corner, and then this one on the top row, which is called Days. So these two here, go in with those and just blend something out. So that's just those two shades blended out onto the eyes. Every time I use this palette, I'm reminded how amazing it is, and then I just completely forget about it, and then I remember how amazing it is and start using it again. So I absolutely love how those two have blended together. For pastels, these shades are absolutely incredible. So now I just need to move on to the liquid liners. So like I said, I'm going to do the green on like the purple and then the purple on the green. So let's just see how this goes. I'm going to have to go quiet for this, but I will keep it in so that you can see how well these apply. Question mark? Yeah, that's worked really, really well. That's so pigmented, so easy. Like, that just went on so easy. Let's see how easy it is to blend this purple one in. I'm hoping that there'll like still be a little bit of wiggle room in these. So that's the first layer of the purple shade, and I am just going to try and go over it again just to see if I can get it a little bit bolder perhaps. It is a very light shade, but I'm just going to see if I can get it to build up anymore. So it's one of them where I feel like once I've got my mascara on, you're not really going to be able to see that design. I'm wondering if I would have been better trying these with that double line look that I did before Christmas, where I do the black line and then like the white one, or in this case I would use like the pastel colour on the top. I'm wondering if that would be more impactful. However, I do really like how it's turned out. It's very easy to use, very easy to draw on. The colour has shown up. I just feel like they're pastels, so you're not going to get the most intense, like you're not going to get the look of a black wing. You can't expect to get that, but I do like how it's turned out. So I'm going to go ahead and do my mascara. I'm using the Essence Lash Like a Boss mascara, the one in the purple tube. So I will just layer on a little bit of this. I'm trying to like not build up the lashes too much so that it doesn't cover it, but also focus on not getting any mascara on the eyelid, which I always do because I'm clumsy as hell. But I feel like that's a really nice level of mascara. I don't think I want to do any more. That was just one layer, but I feel like that's enough. I don't want to cover over the liner. I feel like you can still see it enough. You can still see that it's there, but it's subtle enough, and I do enjoy how that looks. So let me zoom out and we can finish the rest of the face. So I'm going to go in with the Essence 8 Hour Matte Comfort Lip Liner in Rosy Nude, the only lip liner that I use now. So I will draw on these lips. Then I'm going in with the MUA Creamy Matte Lipstick in Super Nude. I'm just going to tap a little bit of this over the centre. And then I'm going over the top of that with the Real Love Baby Gloss in the shade Sugar. So that is me done. That is my ideal lip combo. I absolutely love these three products together. I just think they look like they're my perfect nude combo. I absolutely love them, and I'm feeling like, looking in my viewfinder now, the brightness of the eyes is making me look really tanned, which I definitely am not, but I am not mad about that. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have tried the Profusion liquid liners. Let me know how you like to wear them. I think that they are absolutely incredible. Like, they are so pigmented. For a pastel liner, they are absolutely beautiful. So Let me know what you think, let me know what you think of the look, and let me know what you think of the products. If you are new here, I would love it if you would subscribe. It just means you'll get a little notification every time I post a new video. If you liked this one, I'd love it if you gave it a big thumbs up, but until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye!